Welcome to the silliest thing I saw this week. My name is Dave Pyper, and I was put on this earth to bring you the silliest things I see each week in the NFL. We are brought to you by Viori, makers of the most comfortable clothing on the planet. I will talk more about them later. In a week where a bunch of defenses were blocking field goals.
The kick is blocked! Oh, it's blocked! Joshua Carty has it blocked again!
I was being seduced Sunday night by
Sexy Dixie.
And Michael Penix was crawling for dear life here. Like, seriously, this guy couldn't get onto his feet. We had a hilarious week of pigskin. Here's a pretty moment from the Steelers-Pats game. On third down, May drops back to pass and floats this one to Kayshon Boutte, who experiences a little pass interference, and Ian Eagle makes a perfect call.
He grabbed Boutte.
I tried to keep it together.
You're good.
That's right. You can hear Ian can't contain his laughter, and neither can I. We're all 7 years old, and we all think it's funny. Hold on to your booty, folks, because the Saints gave us a few comedy gold moments from week 3, starting with this nasty, nasty hit. It's fourth down, and the Saints are set to punt. Kai Kroger boots this one deep to Torrey Horton. Horton makes some moves and basically only has the punter to beat until, boom, Chaz Surratt lays out Kroger to spring this return for a touchdown. I mean, I could watch that all day from 100 different angles. A hit like that really sends a message that says, hey man, we aren't messing around. And I think the Saints got the message because later on in the game, in the second quarter, the Saints here are kicking off after a field goal to Derek Young, and he breaks up the field, and if you blink, you'll miss it. But check out the effort from the kicker, Blake Group. We can see it better on the replay, but he kind of just like throws a chicken wing out there and completely misses Young. And for the record, I don't blame him. Kickers kick, and that's probably all they should do on the field if they put value on where their heads are geographically located. All right, guys, I'm going to need your help on this one. I need a name for the celebration segment because you guys know I love celebrations. I love a coordinated, elaborate celebration. And the Buccaneers pulled one off for the ages. One of the best celebrations I've seen in the last 5 years. And I didn't even know what the celebration was referencing at all. But I did some digging. Let me set the scene. Just before the half, the Jets have the ball. Tyrod Taylor drops back and throws this one left. It's picked off by Jamel Dean. Dean runs this straight for a pick six. And then the defense gets together and does this like rowing celebration, giving me flashbacks to the Winklevi twins on The Social Network. But upon some digging, I learned this is a reference to an 11-year-old Rayan Arkan Dikka, who apparently revitalized an Indonesian boat race that they have in Indonesia by doing this dance on the front of the boats. The things that I learn while I make this show. Regardless, this is a sweet celebration, and I hope the Bucs have more in store for us this season. The silliest thing I saw this week is brought to you each and every week by Viori, makers of the most comfortable clothing on the planet. It's a little warm here in Michigan, and I came home to see my wife rocking her Dash shorts, which is easily her favorite piece of clothing, and I, of course, am rocking my core shorts, which I think I might have said this last year. I didn't do it. I need to get another pair because when it's kind of warm outside, I basically live in these. And I don't want my neighbors to think I only own one pair of shorts. So maybe I'll head to Viori.com. You head to Viori.com/Harris. You can get 20% off your first purchase of the most comfortable clothing in the world. It doesn't matter if I'm traveling, doing some editing, yard work. You're going to find me in Viori. Viori, thanks for your support. A little extra for you.
Extra!
All right, buckle up for this next moment because it made me lose faith completely in NFL officiating, which, I didn't think I could lose any more faith in NFL officiating. But on Sunday, the Rams took on the Eagles, and here on first down, Stafford completes a pass to Puka for a solid gain. Puka stands up, spins the ball on the ground, and flexes in the direction of the defense, and then points to the end zone. Believe it or not, Puka gets flagged here for taunting. What are you talking about, Brad? Brad Rogers is the head official for this game. He's been doing this long enough that he knows he can pick that flag up. And there's no way he's the one that threw it. I scoured the tape, and I can't find where this flag came from. And if I could find out who threw this, I'd be naming names, good sir. This is unacceptable, and the players deserve better. And lastly, we got to see Marcus Mariota back out there in 2025, which was really cool. Washington took on the Raiders this week, and on this play action, Mariota keeps the ball and follows his blocker up the field. When he gets to the second level, he cuts inside and tries to avoid a tackle by leaping in the air, and you see what happened. I mean, would you look at that?
Yeah, well, would you look at that?
Mariota completely forgetting what year it is, apparently. And yet, while we're on Mariota, did you guys see him absolutely lay out Dan Quinn? At the end of the half, Mariota keeps and runs this ball just to get it out of bounds, which he gets out of bounds so well that he destroys his head coach, Dan Quinn, in the face. Dan falls hard. I probably shouldn't be laughing. Dan falls pretty hard here. It actually looks like Dan might have smacked his head off the ground, like off the trip. Like he might need a trip to the blue tent. But Quinn says he's fine, even with blood running down his nose. I love this little part where Marcus tries to help wipe him off with a towel. It's not every week you get to see a coach laid out like that. And that is going to do it for me this week, guys. Thank you, Viori, for making this show possible. If you'd like for this show to keep going on, let Viori know by heading over to viori.com/Harris for 20% off your first order, or click the link in the description. I loved seeing all the comments last week for your favorite movies. I loved it all. A wide variety out there. I added a few to my watch list. I cannot thank you guys enough for making it this far.
You love me. You really love me.
And I will see you guys next week.
Thanks so much for watching. Please, please, please smash that like button, write a comment, tell us who else you'd like to see us review film on, and of course, best of all, please subscribe to our channel and then click that little bell above the subscribe button and you'll be notified whenever we post a new video.